Well, complaints and calls for action. It appears demand for access to the Toronto Islands is really challenging existing ferry service, and some residents want something done about it.
CP24's Courtney Heels is on Queens Quay this morning by the Jack Layton Ferry Terminal with more on the story. And Courtney, it seems like these days people are having trouble getting around, whether it's by, bike or even car and now ferry.
Yeah, you really have to be patient at this time. Good morning, Nick and Jennifer. So where we are, as you mentioned, we're at the Jack Layton Ferry Terminal. Behind me, you can see the ferry ready to go over to the islands. And yes, it's quiet right now, but it really starts to pick up, especially when we've got this gorgeous weather. Thousands and thousands of people will head over to the Toronto Islands to take advantage of, the beach, the rides, all of the green space. But what we're hearing from people is saying that, the demand is so high, we're seeing massive lineups to get onto the ferry to get over to the island. In fact, some people taking to social media over the weekend, posting photos of lineups snaking all the way around some of the downtown hotels. I've also talked to some residents who live down here. They say they just try and avoid this area because it is so busy. I'll let you hear from some people who I was talking to first thing this morning.
On weekends, it's quite busy. When the ferry lets out, trying to navigate yourself around this area is quite busy. It is nice to see people coming into the city and enjoying the nice summer weather. But yeah, it does get quite busy.
The other day I was walking and it was all the way in front of the Westin, almost to the water taxis on the opposite side. And it's consistently like that during the summer.
So the demand renewing calls from some to really consider a pedestrian bridge, another way for people to get access to the Toronto Islands. You might remember this topic came up for conversation back in June when Councillor John Burnside put forward a motion asking the city to study the feasibility of this. Keep in mind, the ferries that go to and from the island multiple times a day, they are aging. In early June, they had to make a decision to pull 2 of the 5 ferries out of service so that they could do some maintenance work. So that also puts more demand on the remaining ferries, and in some cases, they will need to be replaced. So the councillor's saying take a look at the cost of replacing or updating any of those ferries, and also the cost of possibly building a bridge. So city staff currently looking at that. We'll have to see what the overall recommendation is there. But this morning, guys, getting a lot of reaction from this, especially from people who live around here saying, the demand is so very high, especially on weekends. Even the city advising people, if you're planning to head over to the islands, try and get to the ferry terminal before 10 o'clock in the morning and try and get back by 5:30 at night. Over to you.
Okay, CP24's Courtney Heels reporting live. Thank you.